We begin on the streets of Gotham City. A man was running as fast as he could. It seems that everything has gone well so far, as he managed to climb aboard a Zeppelin, when suddenly he is attacked and falls from great heights. Someone tells him not to worry. What tattooed man is about to do to him won't hurt, because, after that big fall, he's already dead. Meanwhile, on the planet OA, the central hub of the Green Lantern Corps, Solak asks Hal Jordan if he has any idea what it costs to repair a power battery, almost 3 Rotox. Hal asks him to deduct it from his next paycheck. Shorm tells Hal he's an idiot. He has many problems here, and now he has to fill out paperwork for a new battery. He's lucky that he only has 20 arms, because if he had 21, he'd be hitting him right now. Solak tells him he's just doing his job. Furthermore, he's been monitoring Jordan since he returned from the dead after his time as Parallax. He's been handling several matters. It's true that he's done well and fulfilled his duties. However, there's something very unpleasant they need to discuss. Solak is going to ignore his duties as the guardian of the Book of OA and monitor of the Green Lantern Corps' current conduct. He's going to speak to him as a friend who's known him since he first joined the Corps. Saslak has been relieved from his renegade charge by the Guardians. But the acts of Hal Jordan towards the Corps when he was infected by Parallax will eventually spread to the 7,000 lanterns involved. Some of the veterans have already started talking. The words have spread quickly through the hallways of the Citadel. In other words, the next time Hal Jordan is on planet OA, he better watch his words. Although Hal knows this is nothing new. Later, we are back in Gotham City, in the Batcave. Green Lantern appears and tells Batman that he should really work with the lights on. Otherwise, he could ruin his eyesight. The reason for his visit is that Green Arrow told him he wanted to see him. He could have called him. He's sure he has his number. Bruce tells him that Ollie's number is still on the speed dial. Hal asks about Alfred. He used to be the best at honey. Batman interrupts him. He called him because yesterday witnesses said that Lou Rosen was chased through the streets of Gotham by a saber-toothed tiger. He tried to escape by jumping onto a balloon, but a flying skull with bat wings caught him. When they recovered the body, it had this tattoo. Weakness, women. Rosen was having an affair with his secretary. He was Tobias Wells' accountant, and he was about to deliver important evidence to the state. There was a high price on his head. The tattoo on his chest is the trademark of the thug. Whenever he finishes off his victim, he leaves a mark on their chest. The criminal goes by the name Tattooed Man. Green Lantern tells him this isn't the tattooed man he knows. Abel Tarrant is at Blackgate and has tried to go down a better path since he can remember. He believes he's fallen off once or twice. Batman tells him this one goes by the name Mark Richards, a former U.S. Marine. Richards went missing after his helicopter crashed during the Supersonic War in southeastern Madura 3 years ago. The bodies of his fellow soldiers were found murdered and marked with tribal tattoos. Richards was never found and was presumed dead until his fingerprints were found at the crime scene last month. No one knows how he ended up like this or why, but Batman wants him out of Gotham City. He tracked him to a motel on the outskirts of the city. Hal tells him to let's go get him and get him out of here. Batman says he has other things to do. Tattooed Man is waiting for him. Hal says he doesn't even know him. Why should he go after him? Batman tells him he's the one who wanted to put on that ring again and play the happy superhero. He's giving him a great opportunity. Hal is not a Robin or a Justice League member. He's a Green Lantern. His big act of being feared doesn't work on Jordan. The latter places his hand on his shoulder, but Batman strikes him hard. Now they're even. Let's remember that when Green Lantern returned in his rebirth, he gave the bat a similar blow. That sounds good to him. Being even. Now they have to go after the bad guy. In the Batmobile, Jordan asks if this seat doesn't move back. Batman tells him Robin usually sits there. Now he tells him to fasten his seatbelt. They'll be reaching speeds over 130 miles per hour. Hal doesn't see it necessary. He's wearing the ring, and nothing is safer than that. Batman accelerates, and Hal gets a hard hit. And by the way, why aren't they flying? They could get there faster. Batman doesn't want them to. Hal glows, and they'll see him coming from a mile away. But Green Lantern wants to do it. That way he can fight him. Instead, Tattooed Man won't go after anyone else. It's easier to attack him head-on than to hunt him down. Batman tells him to shut it off. He doesn't have patience for these things. Also, does he have any idea how he's going to deal with Tattooed Man? Jordan tells him he's going to hit him really hard with a big green boxing glove. Batman tells him that one of his tattoos destroyed a skyscraper in New York. Another one tore apart a subway car from the ground. He says this to give him an idea of how powerful his enemy is. And from what he knows, he has hundreds of things like that. So, they're going to need a strategy. They don't want any ruined buildings in their city, so they'll need to come up with a plan together. It seems like there won't be a plan. Elsewhere, Tattooed Man is in his room. He's thinking about his next target, Harvey Dent. He doesn't need anything from that guy, but he's done pretty badly after the surgery. His sins will be marked on his skin like the others, and he'll save his soul. Hal Jordan is on the outskirts of the motel. Tattooed Man has to come out with his hands up, and he'll save himself some trouble. Tattooed Man comes out with several of his creatures, though the one in front of him is not the one he was expecting. Hal is being attacked. He thought these things would be easy to defeat. Of course, he sees those dog plates. It's a growl, but this is probably all they have. Tattooed Man sees a weakness in his enemy: arrogance. Hal takes more attacks. The creatures sense great sins in Hal Jordan. Though his sins seem different from those of others, there is blood on his hands, lots of blood. His sins will be among his greatest designs. Sure, once he's dead. While Tattooed Man is distracted by Hal Jordan, Batman arrives from behind, and both fall from the second floor. Green Lantern continues to fight. In the midst of the fall, Tattooed Man turns around, causing Batman to fall hard against a car. The truth is, he's not just tattoos. Batman responds, "This isn't just a boot." The bat kicks him, but the pain doesn't bother Tattooed Man. He lived for months in torture by the Madora Kill tribes and was welcome to be one of them. They taught him the art of sin immersion, of burning sins into his flesh. They become his to be burned, and with that, those souls can be saved. He sees the sins Batman has, and they are many. Batman strikes him and tells him to say hello from him. Tattooed Man falls down. Green Lantern dealt with the tattoos, and Batman with the man. That was quite a plan. Usually, there's not so much blood in teamwork. Later, we are back in the Batcave. Before Hal Jordan leaves, they want to show him something else. He can use this ring, and it won't cause him any harm. Batman asks if he's going to hit him or something like that. Is this ring scaring him? This is his chance to use it. He just has to put it on, clear his mind, and imagine something. Batman tries, but it doesn't work. Hal tells him that they're different, but they have something in common. They both saw something happen and couldn't stop something they wanted to stop. The ring helped him overcome his greatest fear. It can also help Batman overcome his. Batman asks if he has to think about it to make it work. This is so messed up. Batman doesn't think about it. Then, does he have to forget it? The truth is, he can't forget it, but he can, at least for that fraction of a second when his imagination takes control, live with it. Remember when Batman was born? Remember why? Batman manages to use Green Lantern's power. Hal asks him to take control. He has to put that horrible night behind him. Batman drops to his knees. It seems like he won't be able to do it. But with his last will, he gets up and creates a construct in the shape of his parents. Batman is shocked by what he sees, and, at the same time, it's too sad for him. Batman is about to touch them, but before he does, he stops, and the construct disappears. The truth is, he doesn't want to do it. Not for the moment. Still, he thanks Hal Jordan. And just to make it clear, he's glad he's back. Green Lantern leaves. He's also glad to have returned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.